mind me, just going telly on telly. The girls have been lusting after Telfar since basically May, myself being one of them, and I just want to let y'all know, every single Telfar drop I have not missed whatsoever. Anytime I want a bag, I've gotten one. So this video is to let you know how you can do it too. What is Telfar? Telfar is a brand established in 2005 by Telfar Clemens. Telfar Clemens is a black, he identifies as Liberian man who started this unisex fashion line. He's been working at this for years, and they sell clothes, shoes, jewelry. They have do-rags now, but the most popular piece obviously is the shopping bag. One of my friends has had a shopping bag for like almost 3 years, and a lot of people who are like heavy into fashion or have known about the Telfar brand before, you know, the supporting of black businesses on Twitter and online, they've known about Telfar for a while, but because we're all stuck at home and there's been this huge push to support black brands and black businesses this year, that's been the reason why Telfar has experienced such an increase and an uptick of people wanting their bags. And the thing that's so great about the brand is that they donate a lot of their proceeds to black causes, and they don't employ sweatshop workers. Like, they do everything in-house and on a such smaller scale, and the bags are made out of vegan leather, so they're sustainable and they're great for the planet. And they just tend to have a really good brand ethos overall. Their social media is like on point. They stay tapped into what's going on in the social space and just making funny things to put on their socials to show when a bag is coming out. So that's something that I really like about them. And they're super responsive. If you send them an email, if you comment, they will comment on what you they'll respond to you. They respond to emails really quickly. And when you tag them in pictures on socials, they will like the pic. And I like that they let the people kind of like market them for them. So far, personally, I have 4 Telfar bags. I have 3 mediums and 1 small or mini, if you want to call it. And so I bought my first Telfar back in, I think, April of this year. And I was just like casually perusing the website, and my friend had talked about it a lot, and I'd seen a lot of people like mentioning it. And this was before, you know, like the Black Lives Matter uptick this summer and the George Floyd protests and all of the support of black businesses and the thing that Beyonce did on her website. This was before all of that. So I already knew who Telfar was, but it wasn't the height of the craze like we're seeing now, where everything is just selling out in seconds. So the first bag that I got was the medium green one. Oh, it looks so pretty in this lighting. But this is the medium size, and as you could tell by my head, this is how it looks. I thought this one was so gorgeous, and I had a really hard time picking which color I wanted, but so gorgeous. It's got the metal clasp to keep it shut. It's got this nice pocket. I have a mask in mine. But the medium retails for $202, and I live in Missouri, so I didn't have to pay tax on it, and the shipping was free, so that's a good thing. And also, their shipping is incredibly fast. I bought mine since I live in Missouri. I think this is my first bag. It only took 3 days for it to come. So because I didn't buy this bag in the height of its popularity, I was able to get it pretty easily. So the second one I have is the red one, and third one is the black one, and these are all mediums. And then the last one is the small, and I have that in tan. The other day I was looking at my bags and I was like, I low-key have a Juneteenth collection. This is the part of the video that I know that you all have been waiting for, so take notes and pay attention, girl. Here are some tips that have helped me every single time, because every single time I've wanted a bag, no matter what the drop was, I've gotten it. So the first tip that I have is keep the coins ready and logged in. And when I say keep the coins ready, if you know you want a Telfar bag, nothing's worse than feeling like, damn, I could have got a Telfar bag, but I don't get paid till next week, or I didn't put that in my budget. Have like a little Telfar bag fund that's just like sitting off in your PayPal account. I'll get to that next. But keep your money ready. The next tip is use PayPal. please use PayPal. I have not tried to use Apple Pay. I have not tried to use Shopify. I have not tried to use Amazon Pay to buy a Telfar bag. I have used PayPal every single time, and I stay logged in to my PayPal, and I make sure that my card is always updated for which one that I want it to use, whether it's like Cash App or my Visa or debit or whatever. Find that bag and you know that the bag is dropping at 8 a.m. You need to be ready. You don't want to spend time typing in your card info or being on a desktop and like clicking through all these screens to get to it, and like that's just a waste of time, because if you mess up, your bag is already gone. Like it's been 17 seconds and your bag is gone. So know your preference of how you're gonna get your bag. I have always used my phone. Some people say that they use like their laptop or desktop and it goes quicker. I don't know about that, girl, but I have always used my phone, and every single time I always get the bag because I can move a lot faster on my phone. I have all of my information just like ready to go. The next one is a big tip, but it also has a little bit of like a caution to it. So subscribe to the emails, but do not depend on them. So this summer, I think it was the July drop, one of the July drops, that was the biggest one. That was when they restocked all the colors, all the sizes, all at once. And people had already been signing up for the emails. Telfar was like always on their social media saying, sign up for the emails. You have to sign up for which bag you want, blah, blah, blah. They're not doing that anymore, but at the time, this is what was going on. If I wanted to get the red one, which I did at that time, I wanted the red one, the medium one, I had 2 emails set up. I used my work email, I used my personal email, because I wanted to make sure that I was getting the emails for when they would announce that these bags were out. And on one of my emails, I got the email, and then on the other one, I didn't. And so that's where the problem lies, because during that time, people were really upset and just really mad that they weren't getting the bags, even though Telfar was telling them how to do it. People were signing up for the emails, but they weren't getting them. And I honestly think that was like a system error. So when I say sign up for the emails, but don't depend on them, now the system is different. If they're telling you on a Friday, we're dropping bags on Monday morning at 9 a.m. Eastern time, they're going to send you an email on Friday telling you that this is happening, and they're going to update their social media all weekend so you know that it's coming. So now they're not so much as sending out emails for the bag that you want when it's coming out, and they're not sending out emails as the bag drops, because that was a lot of people's mistake. Before, Telfar was sending out emails as the bag dropped, and so by the time you checked your email, the bag was already gone because the bags were delayed. And so at that time, it was really hard to figure out how to get a bag, because it was like, you have us depending on these emails and it's not happening. So let me tell you how I got 2 bags in one day. So people were saying like, oh, I feel like there's going to be a Telfar drop this week, and this was back in July. And at that time, I was noticing that they were dropping every 2 weeks on like a Thursday or a Friday, and they were always around like 9:30 to 10:30 Eastern time. And so that morning I had woke up and I was like, I feel like there's going to be a drop today, and everybody was talking about there might be a drop on Twitter. So I was like super paying attention, and I didn't even like want to get in the shower yet, because I was like, I don't want to miss this. I really want the red one, blah, blah. So 9:30 goes by, 10 o'clock goes by, and I was like, well, obviously it's not happening, whatever. So I get in the shower. Mind you, I kept looking at the Telfar website, and so by that point, when I decided to just go ahead and take a shower and forget about the bag, I had maybe 6 or 7 different tabs open in my phone, just looking at the site and refreshing it every time. So anyways, I went and took a shower, and when I got out, I literally had did my hair. I was shea moistured and buttered up and all of that, and I went and sat on my couch, and I casually was like, oh, let me see if they dropped a bag. So I refreshed the page, and I saw that the cream was showing that they were available. So I was like, okay. So then I refreshed the page again, and like different colors were showing that they were available. Different colors were showing that it was sold out. And so I was like, the red's not showing up. The red's not showing up. So at that point I was like, well, I'll just get a black one, because I know I want the black one too. So I went ahead and got the medium black one, checked out with my PayPal and my phone, did it really quickly, went through no problems. 10 minutes later, I'm just sitting there and I'm like, still looking at the website. A whole 10 minutes, I refreshed. I refreshed from the same screen that I got my black one, sold out. But then I opened one of the other tabs that I had open and refreshed. It showed that the red was available a whole 10 minutes later. And so that's where I think that people were getting like caught off guard or like not receiving bags or not being able to see the bags, is because I noticed when I had one tab open, it was showing they were sold out. But then when I had multiple tabs open in my phone, it was showing that the bag was still there. So what I think what was happening is Telfar was uploading these colors just like randomly. So if you're on one page and you refresh and it's like, oh, the red's not there, but then you open another tab and then you refresh it, now the red's there. And I think it's because Telfar was just, I don't think they put all the bags online at the same time. So I honestly think their website would have crashed. That's probably what it was. But anyways, 10 minutes go by and I got the red one too. And I just could not believe it. So that's another thing, like don't rely on the emails, because even that day I bought both of these bags and I didn't receive the email reminder for the bag until 20 minutes after I checked out. Isn't that wild? Okay, so today is November 9th and they dropped the brand new color, the chocolate one. I didn't want a chocolate one, but my best friend did, and she had to be at work early today, so she asked me if I could get it for her. I was ready. So this is what I did today. I knew it was coming out at 9. I had already put the notification in my phone, the reminder in my phone over the weekend. And I'm in Missouri, so it came out at 8 o'clock a.m. Central Time. And so I was on my phone on the page. And this is really important. Don't be on the page showing all the sizes of the bags. Be on the page of the bag that you want specifically. I know that sounds like common sense, but I guarantee you a lot of people aren't doing this. They're refreshing the page and waiting to see all 3 bags. Girl, it's already too late. It's already too late. So I went directly on the page for the small bag and I was watching the clock. And so I was like, I'm gonna refresh like a couple seconds before 8 a.m. Refresh, still said it was coming soon. It's 8 o'clock and maybe like 8 o'clock and 4 seconds. And still nothing. I refreshed again, it was right there. Put it directly in my cart, checked out immediately. When it gets to that screen of showing you that it's in your cart, please click view cart. Please click view cart. Do not click continue shopping and then go back up to the screen on the right and all that extra BS. No, just click view cart because you're done. Because you're done. And I don't know. I just feel like if you're trying to get multiple bags in one drop, that's risky. That's risky, girl. That's real risky. I think you should have your heart set on like one bag, because if you're trying to get multiple bags in one drop, it's not gonna happen. I don't think. I really just don't. I don't think, unless you're a bot, and we'll get to that next. But immediately refresh the page of the bag that I wanted specifically, put it in the cart, put it in the cart. Immediately when it says, hey, it's been added to your cart, do you want to view cart? Click to view cart, check out. And I used PayPal to pay. I didn't use any of those other options. I didn't spend time typing in my credit card. I've heard people using Apple Pay and it just being BS and not going through. But I used PayPal and it went right to PayPal and then sent me right back. And the only thing that I had to enter on Telfar's website was my phone number, which I don't understand because it's connected to my PayPal, but whatever. Hit submit, got the bag, and when I checked out, it was 8:01. All of that happened so fast, and I know it's nerve-wracking, but I'm telling you, my adrenaline just be going when I'm trying to get these bags, and that's pretty much how I get a bag every single time. If it's 8:01 and you're like, ooh, the Telfar bag just dropped, you're too late. It's not happening. You're not getting one. I see a lot of people in the comments of the Telfar Instagram and they're always just like, how is it selling out in less than a minute? Because it is. And the thing is, I don't think that I'm doing anything too special to like get them. It's just that every time I've wanted one, I've been really strategic about getting one. And I knew that this was a bag that all of the girls wanted. I think that you should follow the tips that I've set forth in this video and see if it works. because their bags are selling out in less than a minute because everybody wants them. Now, the thing that I have not had trouble with is I see a lot of people talking about the bag being taken out of their cart when they're pressing submit, or they had the bag and then they didn't get it. But honestly, I really do think that you have to be within like those first like milliseconds of like grabbing it and not having too many in your cart. Like, I would just say just get one and then come back for another drop, because they're always going to be doing drops, so you're going to get it. So the last thing I want to touch on is just the idea of having respect for Black brands. I think what Telfar is doing is just amazing and outstanding, and they're really providing accessibility for people of color and disenfranchised people and people who are not like in the high, like upper echelon corners of society, who don't have access to like high fashion, or, you know, I'm not willing to spend my last on a Dior saddlebag, but like I can plan to buy a Telfar bag. I can plan to collect them. I can plan to like have these things that just symbolize a great Black owned company that are doing things and doing it for the people. And that's their tagline. It's not for you, it's for the people. And I just think that that's really great. When I was a kid, my mom had, you know, Dooney and Burke purses, the Coach purses. Like, I feel like that's something that was so powerfully and just authentically Black. When I see purses from the 90s that my parents had, and well, that my mother had, or that my grandmother had, and aunts, and my mom has passed down bags to me. My grandmother has passed down like vintage Dooney and Coach bags to me, and I think that's so special. So I felt like Telfar could be the same thing, and I just think it's really great to support Black businesses that are doing well and aren't screwing people over, and making sure that there are avenues for the bags. Like Amazon, like just this past weekend, Oprah released her favorite things of 2020, and so they put the bags on Amazon. I guess that's another tip. Pay attention to the unconventional avenues in which Telfar releases their bags, because you have a greater chance of getting them when people aren't paying attention. So I put a Telfar bag in my Amazon cart just to see how long it would last, and it was in there till Sunday, and I put it in there Friday night. So just like pay attention to stuff like that, because they're always doing stuff. They're always coming up with innovative ways to promote their brand, and they're not raising the price. So the price was the same on Amazon. I hope that y'all are not buying these bags from bots, or from people on Depop, or for people who are buying up all the bags with bots and just trying to turn a profit, because that's not fair. And I know a lot of people who are used to just like resellers and, you know, doing sneaker drops and things like that, who are just like, well, the game is the game. And it's just like, but this feels so intensely personal. It feels so intensely like Black. Like, I feel like I'm rooting for a cousin with this brand, because it's just like, if I would never buy shea butter from a white woman, I'm not buying a Telfar bag from a reseller or somebody who don't really get the point of the money going directly to a Black company. So when it comes to the sizing of the bags, I chose each bag for a specific reason. I love miniature bags, and so I thought this was so cute. And when it came in the mail, it actually was like smaller than I anticipated it to be, but it works. I could fit my wallet, I could fit 2 phones, a miniature notebook, lip gloss, keys, peppermints. I can fit a lot of things in this little bag, and it's small and mighty. And even though it's small, it also still has the the magnetic snap to close it. And I think the older versions didn't have that, and I think the older versions had shorter straps. But this is like my ride or die bag. Like, it goes with so many things, and it's so cute, and it holds a lot. Even though it's small but mighty. So I love it. And then with the medium bags, they're just like really good work bags. And I know a lot of us are not going into the office, and we're not going many places. God, I hope not. We're not going many places, but I felt like when I was going somewhere, like if I went to like socially distanced restaurant, like on a curb somewhere, I would wear my Telfar bag. Or when I go to work like once or twice a week, I'll take my Telfar bag, and it fits so much. I can fit my laptop, my iPad Pro. I can fit so many things in here, and I'm gonna insert all the things that I can fit in here. But it's a really great bag, and I can see it lasting for a while. And I just love the fact that I have multiple colors to just see. Look at that, it's like a Juneteenth collection. I have multiple colors to choose from and they're neutral, but the medium bag is a good size. People were also saying that the largest size, that one retails for $257. People were saying that the largest size was like the most realistic, and I'm not sure about that, but one of the ladies that I've seen online that has one, she uses it for like a diaper bag, and that makes a lot of sense, and it looks good when she uses it like that. The girls use it as a spend in the night bag, so I'm trying to get me one. I want the tan one in the large as a spend in the night bag or going to the airport bag. Last week I went to my dad's house. Last week was the election, and so I spent the night at my dad's house with my dog, and I used my medium Telfar to put all my stuff in, and it worked really great. Of course, it's not a spin in the night bag. I just like saying that. It's not a spin in the night bag, but it's just really great. I love this little bag. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. I really enjoyed making this video because I'm not really like a fashion girl, but I really loved these bags ever since I got my first one. And people always ask me, how do I get one? Or they try to ask like what size should they get and do size comparisons. So I just wanted to make this video because I know a lot of you are out there looking for a Telfar bag, clearly, because they're selling out in seconds. But y'all should just keep running it up. Keep trying to get these bags, keep securing these bags, keep supporting Black businesses because we truly deserve it. And if you liked this video, please subscribe to my channel. Give it a thumbs up because that's really helpful. And also in the comments, tell me which Telfar bag do you want, and if you already have one, and if you have any tips that I didn't cover of how to get one. See you in the next one.